Welcome to this walkthrough guide on how to automate anything in Windows with Power Automate. Are you tired of doing the same repetitive tasks on your computer every single day? Things like opening the same set of applications every morning, or constantly having to click through menus just to perform a simple action, like checking for application updates. It's a real drag. It breaks your focus and it just wastes your valuable time. So what if I told you that there's a powerful free tool from Microsoft that can do all of that for you? This is Power Automate, and it's the key to overcoming these struggles. It allows you to build your own personal automations or flows that can control your mouse, keyboard, and applications to do virtually anything that you can do yourself. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we need to do is open Power Automate. And a great thing is, if your Windows 11 computer is up to date, you'll find that Power Automate application is already pre-installed for you. You can find it by simply using your Start menu. Once it's open, you'll see this main screen, which is your command center for all your automations. We're going to create a new flow. Think of a flow as a recipe or a set of instructions that we're going to teach our digital assistant, Power Automate, to follow on our behalf. To start, let's head up to the top left of the screen. You'll see a button that says New. Let's give that a click and then select Flow. This little dialog box will pop up, asking you to name your flow. It's a really good habit to give your flows clear, descriptive names. When you start making more and more automations, you'll be glad that you can tell at a glance which one does what. For this one, I'll type in Microsoft Store Update Checker. It's clear and tells me exactly what its purpose is going to be. Once you've typed in a name that you're happy with, go ahead and click the Create button. Now, Power Automate will open up the main flow editor. This is where the magic happens. Now, I know it might look a bit intimidating at first, but believe me, it's actually quite straightforward. On the left, you have your Actions pane, which is a library of all of the individual commands that you can use. In the middle is the main workspace where we'll build our script. And on the right, you have your Variables pane, which we don't need to worry about for now. Our first step is to get some actions into this workspace. Now, we could build our automation step by step by dragging actions in from the left, but for tasks that involve a lot of clicking around in applications, the desktop recorder is a much faster and easier way to get started. Think of the recorder like making a screen recording, but instead of creating a video, it creates a script of instructions based on your mouse clicks and keyboard inputs. It's an incredibly powerful feature. You'll find the recorder button in the toolbar at the top of the editor. It's the one with the icon of a dot. Let's give that one a click. This will launch the separate, smaller recorder window. It's a simple little tool with just a few buttons. You've got the main record button to start, a pause button if you need to do something off script, and a finish button for when you're done. We're ready to start building our automation now. When I click the record button, Power Automate will begin watching and logging everything I do. And don't worry if you make a mistake, we can easily edit the flow later. So right then, let's do it. I'm now clicking Record. Okay, we are now officially recording. The first step in our process here is going to be to open up the Start menu. So I'll move my mouse down to the very bottom of the screen and perform a left click on the Windows Start icon. As soon as I clicked, you'll have noticed that the recorder has logged that action. Now, with the Start menu open, our next step is to find the Microsoft Store. The quickest way is to just start typing. I'll type Store. You don't even need to click in the search bar, just start typing and Windows will handle it. You can see that the Microsoft Store app appears at the top of the search results. Power Automate is now waiting for our next instruction. I'm going to move my mouse over the application icon and click on the Microsoft Store to launch it. Now the Microsoft Store is loading up. This might take a few moments depending on your internet and your PC's speed. We'll address how to handle these kinds of delays in a moment, to make our automation more robust. Okay, the store is now open and loaded. On the left-hand side, there's a navigation menu. We're looking for the icon that looks like a cloud, which is the Downloads button. Let's move the mouse over and click on the Download button. This takes us to the page showing all of our installed applications. At the top of this page, though, there's a prominent button that says Check for Updates. This is the final action that we want our automation to perform. I'm going to move the mouse up and click on Check for Updates. The store will now start checking for my application updates. And right, that's our process complete. But hold on, don't click Finish just yet. Let's pause and then have a look at the recorder window itself. You can see that it has listed every single action that we took. But sometimes during a recording, the recorder might pick up things that you didn't intend. For instance, if you pause or hover your mouse over an element on the screen for too long, it might register that as a hover action. You can see here in my list that it's recorded an extra action or two that I don't actually need for this flow to work. The best part about the recorder is that we can clean this up right now. You don't have to wait until you get back to the editor. To remove an unwanted action, you simply find it in the list and on the right-hand side, click the little trash can icon. And in one click, the unneeded step is gone. This is a fantastic way to keep your recorded flows clean and precise from the very beginning. Okay, now that we've tidied up our recording, we can go ahead and click the Done button to stop the recording and see our final clean script. Brilliant! As you can see, Power Automate has turned our clicks into a clean, readable script right here in the editor, because we tidied it up before finishing the recording. Now, as we discussed, we need to make this flow more reliable. The first and most important step here is to add a dynamic wait to ensure that the Microsoft Store application is fully loaded before we try to interact with it. So let's find the point in our flow right after the step that launches the store and before the step that clicks the Downloads button. In the Actions pane on the left, I'll search for Wait and I can find the action called Wait for Window. To add this, I simply drag it into the flow and drop it into position. I'll configure it to wait for a window with the title Microsoft Store to be loaded before continuing. This makes our flow smart. Now that wait for window action is dynamic and intelligent. But what if you just need to force a simple, fixed pause? This can be useful to let a web page finish loading scripts, or in our case, to give the Downloads page a moment to load properly before we check for updates. So let's add a second, simpler wait. In the Actions pane, the very first action under Wait is just called Wait. This action simply pauses the flow for a specific number of seconds. I'm going to drag this Wait action into our flow and place it right before the very last step, the one that clicks the Check for Updates button. The configuration for this one is even simpler. It just asks for the duration in seconds. I'm going to enter the number 5. This will tell our flow to get to this point and pause for exactly 5 seconds no matter what, and then carry on. This just adds an extra layer of reliability. So now we've seen two types of waits, a smart dynamic waiting for a window and a simple static waiting for a fixed time. Let's click Save on our wait action and then save our entire super reliable flow. Our flow is now complete, and more importantly, it's reliable. The final step before testing is to save the entire flow. Just like a Word document, it's crucial to save your work. I'll move the mouse to the top of the editor window and click the little floppy disk icon for Save. With the flow saved, we can now close this editor window by clicking the X in the top right corner. This will take us back to the main Power Automate console, where our new flow is now listed with any others that we may have. And now for the best part, making this entire process runnable with a simple keyboard shortcut. To do this, find your flow in the list. To the right of its name, you'll see 3 little dots. This is the More Options menu. So go ahead and click the 3 dots, and from the drop-down menu that appears, I want you to select Properties. This opens the properties screen for the flow, which contains a few additional settings. The one we're interested in is right here, Run with Keyboard Shortcut. This is where we can define a unique keyboard shortcut to trigger this flow. I'll click inside the Run with Keyboard Shortcut box, and now all you have to do is press the key combination that you want to use on your keyboard. It's very important to pick a combination that doesn't conflict with other programs. So common shortcuts like Control-C or Control-V are obviously already used for things like copy and paste, so we can't use those. A good practice is to use a combination of modifiers like Control and Alt plus a letter that reminds you of your flow. For this one, I'll press Control, Alt, and the letter A. A for app updates. You'll see the shortcut appear in the box. Perfect. All that's left is to click the Save button at the bottom to confirm the change. Alright, now this is the moment of truth. Our automation is built, we've made it reliable with wait steps, and we've assigned our custom keyboard shortcut. It's time to test it all out. I'm going to minimize all of my windows so that we can see it clearly working from the desktop. Okay, and now I'm taking my hands off the mouse. I'm going to press the shortcut that we just set. Control, Alt, A. And here we go. Look at that. The mouse is moving on its own. It's clicked the Start menu. It's typing Store into the search bar. Now it's launching the application. It's all happening automatically. And there's the click. It's navigated to the Downloads page. It's now in our 5-second static wait, giving the page plenty of time to settle. And any moment now, there it is. It's clicked the Check for Updates button. And just like that, the entire process is complete. We've successfully built and tested a fully automated task and now can run it anytime we want with a simple press of our keys. That's the true power of Power Automate. So there you have it. In just a few minutes, you've learned how to record your actions, clean up your recording, make your automation reliable with 2 different wait steps, and trigger it all with a custom keyboard shortcut. You've taken what is a repetitive, multi-click process and turned it into a single, simple action. And this example that we use today is just the beginning. I want you to think about the other tasks that you do every day. Could you automate opening your work email, your calendar, and your Teams chat all at once? Could you automate adding date stamps to all of your photo files for better organization? With Power Automate, you absolutely can. I really encourage you to experiment with it. The recorder is absolutely your best friend, but don't forget to check out any of the templates that are available as well to see what others have built. Now, if you don't have it, just remember that Power Automate is already available for Windows 11, but is also a free download for those on Windows 10 from Microsoft. I'll put a link in the description below for where you can go to get it. Happy automating, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to check out the channel. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.